Hey, this is Keith with How to Build Your Own Home. I have a quick answer to a quick question, and that is how high should your pad be for the build of your new home? And most subdivisions, city planning departments, all that, they like to see it at least a minimum of 1 foot above the center line of the street. So what does that mean? If you look at the center line of the street over here, whatever the elevation at the center of the street is, you should be at least a foot above that, at the very least. Now you want to consider a couple of things before you actually make that call. Where are you with the street? Where's the storm drain on the street? Well, we're at the bottom of the street, so the water drains from the east and it also drains from the west here. And so there's a storm drain right here by this red truck. And so you're going to see a lot of water coming down this way. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to raise this pad, which is why it was raised. It's almost 2 feet, about 1.5 feet above the center line of the street. So if there is some excess water coming in from some rainstorms or thunderstorms or whatnot like that, it can accommodate for that and it will take it down into the storm drain and not come into the property. So whenever you think about elevation of the pad, look at other houses. How high is the next pad adjacent to you, stuff like that. Where's the water running off the entire property? Are you at the pit of it? Is it coming down into your parcel? Stuff like that. You also might want to come out and take a look at the land during a rainstorm and to see, does it puddle? Does it flow onto the property? Things like that, all right? But how high you should be above the center line of the street, I personally would never buy a parcel or a land or a home site that was below the street elevation. I just wouldn't do that. That's just a recipe for disaster, and I've seen that happen a lot. I always want to be at least a foot above that, and I don't want to be too below other parcels. I like to be either as level as I can with another parcel, because otherwise you're going to deal with possibly some of their runoff onto your property. And depending upon elevation, area, stuff like that. Anyway, quick little answer to a quick little question. Think about the elevation of the parcel where you're building, and I would try to stay above the street. I know that there are some parcels and land out there that are 2 and 3 acres, and you want to build down into the land somewhere, and it's probably below the drive. If you're trying to tap into some sewer, that's a big issue. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to be above the sewer line, and that's typically in the midline of the street. Anyway, keep it above 1 foot. If you can a little more, you'll do great. This is Keith with How to Build Your Own Home.